and welcome viewers. You're watching our continued coverage of the budget, and joining us is a very special guest, Housing and Urban Affairs Minister and Petroleum Minister, Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri. Sir, welcome to Sansad TV and thank you so much for joining us. A big day for you, particularly 79,000 crore for housing. This is certainly a huge boost for the housing sector.
Madam, whilst I rejoice at the figure for of 79,000 crore provisioning, please, it's both for rural and urban. And a large segment of this is for the rural sector, but I'm very happy about it because, you know, whether it's rural or urban, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana means building more modern housing with a kitchen, a toilet, you know, you'll have then a gas cylinder, you'll have all the modern facilities. And then in the process of building that, you're consuming cement, you're consuming steel, and that results in overall growth of the economy. So I'm delighted at that. But as I said, let the entire credit not go to the urban ministry. I think the rural development ministry, which deals with rural housing, will have to also, you know, take pleasure from this.
So you've always been talking about the kind of pressure that our urban areas have. Now that we have the Urban Infrastructure Development Fund, what kind of impact or what kind of projects do we foresee?
Madam, I would say that the realization that we are a rapidly urbanizing country, that realization has been around since the Honorable Prime Minister assumed responsibility. Earlier governments tended to neglect the urban space because for a variety of reasons, bulk of India lived in rural areas, and maybe the need to develop the rural economy, which is important in and of itself, was perhaps given more prominence. But the Honorable Prime Minister in 2014, after assuming responsibility, acknowledged the importance of the urban space, and he decided to devote attention and resources. And a point which I am very liable to repeat is that the total urban spend between 2004 and 14 was 1,57,000 crores. Today, it is 18 lakh crores. So you have a massive exponential increase in the urban spend. This 10,000 crores which is coming in for tier 2 and 3 cities, again, is very welcome. But I suspect it's only a seed money because land is a state subject, the states will contribute, private sector will come in, and then if you know, land is a state subject, if you start something in the urban space, you will say this, out of this fund, so much will come. I mean, there are many other things. For instance, let me give you a small example. A lot of the housing projects which were started for some reason or the other during the time of economic difficulty, they remain unfilled, incomplete. Though we started a fund called the Swami Fund, which was initially 25,000 crores, which helped in building that. So there's more money coming in, so project gets completed. So all these additions, net additions, are most welcome. And for somebody who has the privilege of looking at the urban space in a holistic manner, I think these are very good decisions.
All right, let's also shift focus to the Petroleum Ministry, sir. The petroleum subsidy has gone up. Now, individually, I may not see any impact, but what does the budget mean for our strategic reserves, for retrofitting our refineries, and so on?
Dekhiye, there are petroleum sector is a very, or the oil energy sector is a very large sector. The budget, you can legitimately ask why is money being given to the petroleum sector, petroleum ministry? Partly because that petroleum ministry is required, which is dealing with fossil fuels, it is required to make the transition to green energy. So you will need capital expenditure on green energy. Now we have got a very ambitious project on green hydrogen in mission mode, which the Honorable Prime Minister announced in August of 2021. Today, we have a cabinet decision which announced that 19,700 crores would be available for under the PLI scheme for electrolyzers. So this 35,000 crores I look at as an additionality. I mean, strategic petroleum reserve has been there. Out of this 35,000 crores, 5,000 goes to the strategic reserve towards that. Another 30,000 goes for capital expenditure and the green transitioning. So I think it's all very welcome. It all fits in. Now, I've been around long enough to realize you could say, "Bhai, mera itna yahan kharch hua, ye pura." It's not how it is. You lose some money somewhere, you make a lot of money elsewhere. Today, the fact of the matter is that the OMCs have evened out insofar as petrol is concerned.
Yes.
There is still some under recovery on diesel, but I'm sure with this other global situation improving, one can never be sure, but I'm confident that they will, sooner rather than later, be able to. I've already seen the results of some of our companies. Last quarter result, yes, they're looking better.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Camera person Yogesh and Priti Mishra for Sansad Television.